Hey everyone, this is Zach with 8020 Media, here today with a video on how to disable or delete AFM and DFM. So a few weeks ago, we released a video on active and dynamic fuel management and covered a little bit more in depth about what AFM and DFM are, the differences between the two, how they work, some issues that they cause, including things like lifter failure. So if you do want to learn more about AFM and DFM, go ahead and check that out. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into the most effective ways to disable or delete active or dynamic fuel management. So number one on the list, starting with one of the more complex and expensive ways, we have AFM and DFM Delete Kits. So these AFM and DFM Delete Kits will actually completely get rid of active or dynamic fuel management from your vehicle, which means deleting all of the components that are in control of AFM and DFM operation. So when you look at an AFM DFM Delete Kit, these will often include a camshaft, the lifters, the lifter trays, as well as oil block-off plates, and then also head gaskets and a fresh set of head bolts. Some kits may also include a handheld tuner. However, whether or not that is actually included in the kit, that is going to be something that is required once you actually delete all of these components that do control AFM and DFM. The PCM, or the powertrain control module, isn't going to know that. It's still going to attempt to engage the active or dynamic fuel management system, which is why you do actually need to reflash your powertrain control module via a handheld tuner or programmer to actually remove the PCM's ability to try to operate those systems. This is going to be the most expensive and complex method. Again, often these kits can run anywhere from about $750 up to about $1,500. Depending on what kind of camshaft you opt for, it's pretty common to go ahead and upgrade the camshaft if you are going this route. When you're dealing with camshafts and lifters and things of that nature, it's a very labor-intensive job. So if you're not DIYing this, also expect to spend another $1,000 plus in labor costs. So ultimately, you could be talking about something that lands you in the ballpark of $2,000 to $3,000 plus dollars. Ultimately, that's going to be the only reason we'd recommend completely deleting AFM and DFM, is if you are wanting to build a high-performance vehicle and do a camshaft upgrade on your GM with active or dynamic fuel management, then it makes sense that if you're upgrading the camshaft, just go ahead and delete the AFM and DFM system. Moving on to number two on the list, we have a tuner or programming device. So as I discussed with the AFM Delete Kits previously, a tuner is going to be required to actually delete it, and likewise, a tuner is completely capable of disabling AFM or DFM. This would just really boil down to reflashing the PCM or powertrain control module to effectively tell the PCM to no longer activate active fuel management or dynamic fuel management. So this is a simple approach and can be an especially good route to go if you do want a tune anyway for the power and performance benefits. Then going ahead and opting for a tune that also disables AFM or DFM is always a good idea. If you have a tuner anyway, you might as well go ahead and disable active and dynamic fuel management. However, there's really no benefit to going this route if you don't want a tuner in the first place. If you're not looking to modify your vehicle, then really you're just spending extra money on a tuner for no reason, since there are simpler and cheaper ways to actually disable active and dynamic fuel management, which leads us to the third way to disable AFM and DFM, and that will be with an AFM DFM disabler. An AFM disabler is designed to disable the active or dynamic fuel management system. The way that this does this is with the device that we have in front of me right here.
Here we have our Boost AFM and DFM disabling device. This is a simple plug and play device. You plug it into the OBD2 port, and once this LED light turns green, this device is sending a message to your vehicle, basically telling it not to engage active or dynamic fuel management, which will then keep your truck or GM vehicle in V8 or V6 mode 100% of the time. You can unplug this device and there will be no evidence that it was ever there. If you want to remove it for state inspections or emissions testing, or because you still have warranty on your vehicle and you need to take it to the dealership, you can unplug this and there'll never be any evidence that it was there. Now, a couple other benefits of our device over some of the others on the market. Our device is 100% manufactured, engineered, and tested here in the United States. Our device was engineered in Oregon, it's manufactured in Arizona, Even our packaging and our packaging inserts come from a company out of California, and then we sell them out of our home states of Texas and Colorado. And so everything that goes into this device was made here in America, which we believe is the right thing for a made in America GM vehicle. A couple other things, this has the lowest power draw out of any AFM or DFM disabler on the market. Some of the other products out there will actually cause your battery to drain to the point that your car won't start if you leave the device plugged in for a couple-day period without driving your vehicle. We have engineered an extremely low power mode on this to where this can be left plugged into your vehicle for weeks without causing any issues with your battery or causing no start conditions. Ultimately, with this device, you're gonna get full power all the time. You're gonna get the improved performance of not having your car constantly switching back between V8, V4, and other engine modes, and you're going to get the better throttle response, a smoother driving experience, in addition to all of the reliability benefits by helping prevent lifter failure, excessive oil consumptions, and all of the other problems that these systems cause on GM vehicles. Head on over to boostafmdisabler.com where we sell these devices for $149 with free 2 to 3 day priority shipping, or head over to Amazon where we have them available on Amazon Prime with the free 1 to 2 day shipping as well for the same $149 price point.
In summary, for how to delete or disable active and dynamic fuel management, number one, we talked about the delete kits, and this is really going to be the best option for anyone looking to do a high performance build. If you want to do a camshaft upgrade anyway and are planning on doing extensive modifications to the vehicle, then you might as well go ahead and go the route of deleting the AFM or DFM system, since that will also get you a camshaft upgrade, some lifter upgrades, and some other things knocked out in the process. At number two, we discussed tuners, which are a great option if you want to modify your vehicle and get those extra power and performance gains, but it is still going to be slightly more expensive than the final option, which is an AFM DFM disabler, which is simply going to plug into the OBD2 port and be an equally as effective way to disable active and dynamic fuel management, but is much cheaper and simpler to get done. Anyway, guys, that wraps up our video for today. If you appreciated the content, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out the description below for more. Thanks, everyone.